Alright? Yes, I'm still alive. I planned on getting my video out sooner, but all my ideas went to shit. I had a video talking about the last story, but I scrapped it, as I had a different idea than that. I thought I had a video out for the Gizmondo games, but psych! There's no emulator for it! I wanted to review all the American JoJo's Bizarre Adventure games, but I don't have a PS4, and I couldn't get emulators running because I have the tech ability of a 60-year-old chimpanzee. I bet even Thomas Jefferson, 3rd President of the United States of America, born in 1743, could get Dolphin running with a game of Melee before my Patrick Star-looking ass. So I kept trying to find ideas until I just said,
hey, fuck this shit, I'm jerking off.
Bought 5 free dating sims on Steam. They're free because I don't have that much money to be thrown around at 2D women. Alright, I'll say it. I'm a weeb. I see my fair share of anime. I play a lot of Japanese-made games. I've played all the Persona games from 3 to 5, played all the Danganronpa games, and have a homework folder with more cartoons than today's lineup on Cartoon Network. Though don't worry, I don't have a body pillow. Oh, this figure? I keep it in a jar for protection. Why else would you have an anime figure in a jar? Well, as a weeb, it's stated by the laws of weebdom that you need to have played a dating sim. So I decided to get 5 of them and give my lovely viewers my thoughts on each one. Now, because they cost literally nothing, and were probably made by 3 dudes who had the budget of a family pack of Funyuns, don't expect me to go full AVGN style rant, because it's not like I could do much better. Also, this list is in no particular order since I have a job in college, and I got too lazy to rate them, so I just decided to give my opinion on each. And with that said, away we go! You wake up in a mysterious house in a suburban neighborhood. The house looks really nice, and you don't know how you got there until the twist. This house is inhabited by beautiful Asian women. Scared you there, didn't I? Well, honestly, this game was definitely my least favorite of the 5. The characters were really boring to talk to. I mean, you have the shy one, the athletic one, the tsundere, the MILF, the hipster, the hardcore girl, the pastel goth, the swag Asian, the kawaii girl, and the microwave. Wait, that's not right. Either way, I could only really play this game for about an hour before I just gave up on it. The text scroll noise was just really annoying to hear every time the text was on screen. Although I think the game was dull, they had an interesting system with the tarot cards where you could choose where the story goes. You can choose between the Hermit, the Hierophant, and... Look, as a JoJo fan, I'm contractually obligated to make the joke. I appreciated the amount of different story paths you can take through the game. The game wasn't afraid to get emotional. All of these scenes usually just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, it would just be all like, uh-oh, you live in a house with a bunch of women, you dirty dog. Oh, and your uncle is dead and your house burned down. You have no idea where your family is. I mean, I will say, some of the lines did kind of rub me the wrong way. I'll be honest, I played this game for about an hour, then just kind of logged off, like I said. And I'll give the developers this. They're still adding small updates for the game. So maybe I'll hop back onto Steam and give it another go in 10 or so years. I don't know.
Bruh. Melon.
Have you always wanted to fuck a watermelon? Well, do I have the game for you. No, you didn't read that title wrong. You have sex with a watermelon by the end. Spoilers. In the future, the environment's so fucked up that there's a point where storms just kill people. So, people only get a few months to wander around outside before another superstorm comes around again. Due to the human population dwindling, scientists have created a human watermelon hybrid called Mellows, and they've been implemented into society. It's at the point of where there are more Mellows than people. Push comes to shove, you want a date with one named Mel, and through a multitude of options, go back to his, her, their house? Apparently, even though in this society Mellows are more of the population than people, they're still discriminated against, especially by old people. Makes you wonder what hate crimes in this universe look like. This game has a plethora of social commentary. First of all, the whole environmental message. Then there's the fact that Mellows are discriminated against. There's also the fact that cops abuse their power for fun. I'm not touching that one. It's so bizarre that I'd say it's definitely worth checking out. Especially if you're into wacky visual novels. Or maybe if the word tendrils turns you on.
Oh, say it again, Dexter!
Tendrils. Either way, you might want to space out your play sessions, or else the produce section in your local grocery store is going to start looking like a brothel.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
So when I got this game, I was a little suspicious in the title, since it says there'd be no romance, but the Steam tag says it's a dating sim, so I knew something was off. I expected to get this game and meme on it, you know, say stuff like, "Ew, anime, am I right, fellas? I'm too advanced for those peasant activities." Stop looking at that jar. I use it for protection, okay? But instead, this game delivered on an interesting story that I really don't want to spoil for you. A couple people in the reviews didn't like the ending, but I believe it was an interesting and thought-provoking story, with an ending that really fits the tone. But if you want to run down to the story, you play as an oddly familiar-looking girl who lives in a city with a poor family. You're chosen to live with the wealthiest family in the city, but he has a childhood friend who he obviously has more feelings for. I don't want to go deeper than that, because if you want to experience it for yourself, it was only about 40 minutes of reading, and I'm slow as hell, so it'll probably be shorter for you. Yeah, this game is all reading. It doesn't really have any gameplay, so if you'd rather have an interactive experience, that's fine too. I mean, y'all came here for games, not BD Lee's book review. No, that will never be a thing. Are you kidding me? It took me days to figure out Zootopia was an allegory for racism, and I was 16. You think I'm about to pull up the intricacies of the themes in War and Peace? Which is why I use Audible.com. Are you a slow idiot who drools everywhere? Well, go to audible.com/non-sponsored because I have 8 subscribers, and go to, alright, this joke sucks. Do you want to fuck a superhero? I'm looking at you, MHA fans. FBI, open up! These ones are even still in high school. In this game, he plays the only dude who goes to this high school. I mean, you don't even have a dad, so for all I know, it's just you and PewDiePie over here.
What a fucking...
You know, you two could be the last dudes in the world. Before you ask, no, you can't date PewDiePie. But you can talk to the Lo-Fi Beats girl and work with her on projects, so, for all of you who are into that, yay! Your year goes pretty normally until a mysterious villain hijacks your school PA system and announces that he wants to destroy the superheroes in the school. It's your job to figure out who the superhero is. It's a cute premise and honestly, not bad for the genre. The entire game has many different paths you can take, making this game very replayable, even for a demo. Which I'll get to that later. Look, this game is everything you could want. Goth girl? Check. Shy, nature-loving girl? Check. Girl who carries a sword through the school hallway even though no one bats an eye? For all you who are into that? Check. And finally, if you want to figure out the girl's powers, well, you can't yet. Because this game is in early access and the full game is being worked on as we speak. So keep your eyes peeled, and play this if it sounds interesting. I think the added mystery plot with this game gives about the nameless villain made it somewhat interesting. My guess is that the goth girl is a pyrokinetic because of a conversation you have with her. The shy nature girl can control nature sprites because she literally has a nature sprite that nobody questions. I mean, seriously, it's just out of her pocket and no one says anything about it. The Reddit mod has hacking powers, and maybe the sword girl has, like, I don't know, super slashing powers or something. I don't know what the fuck about. Video games. Reddit.
Fried chicken, not fried chicken, not fried chicken. I just want those crunchies.
Ah, Colonel Sanders, a man built on good, wholesome Christian values. The man, so American, he not only sold chicken, but also shot a man in self-defense. Have you not heard the story? Colonel Sanders once worked in a Shell gas station, where he would sell his fried chicken. There was someone else from a rival gas station who tended to paint over the Shell sign. After Sanders threatened him with consequences, the man returned to later paint over that same Shell sign. After Sanders came out to scold him, the rival gas employee pulled a very rational and level-headed move, and started opening fire on Sanders and his friend. This resulted in a shootout where Sanders' friend died in injury, and the vandal was incarcerated for murder. Due to the rival gas station owner going to prison, Sanders faced no more competition for gas in the town, which allowed for him to sell his chicken to more people and expand his business. This all culminates to 89 years later, where we're now able to date an anime version of him. What do you think Sanders thought when he saw the development of this game through Heaven? Do you think he regretted being famous? Do you think he regretted making Kentucky Fried Chicken? Well, this was almost inevitable after Japan adopted KFC as their Christmas tradition in the 80s. You give Japan anything and they'll make it into an anime. Let's just be glad this is on Steam and not Nataku. Nataku. Nataku? Nataku? Nataku. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, an actual fast food company approved and hired people to develop a dating sim where the goal is to date their mascot. And this is by far the best game of the 5 on here. It has great art, interactive segments that are interesting, one of the funniest meta humor in a dating sim about Colonel fucking Sanders, who, no homo, is pretty hot. Okay, it's not gay, okay, I swear.
Nah, bro, that's still gay. No, you're gay. He's gay. I'm not gay. He's gay.
I said no homo. You play as a student who attends a cooking school with your best friend, an idiot kid, I think, a robot, and your rival who... Whoa. And her friend who totally isn't a reference to any anime that appears a lot in memes. Nope, totally original design. Can't think of any similarities to any other anime out there. Throughout the game, your character fantasizes about being with Colonel Sanders until you get one of the many endings. I hate to ruin the jokes here, so I'll just say that you should play the game for yourself. It's less than 2 hours and some of the wackiest shit you'll ever see in a video game. All I'm wondering is when the KFC console comes out, will there be a deluxe edition? Will there be a new character? Maybe some new endings. Can I have Ashley love me? Like, please, developers. I will order KFC every day until my arteries are as clogged as a Taco Bell toilet. Simping aside, this game is too good to be true, and if you fellow men of culture want to see the possibility of a deluxe edition, then I recommend you play this comedic goldmine. Just don't play it on an empty stomach. The art in the game will make you hungry. Alright, well I have links to all these video games in the description, and I promise to upload more often, as I have a couple videos on the back burner. So, until next time, see you later.